Greetings, greetings, greetings. You are now tuned into the vault. Trust Christian own nothing, control everything. Just want to thank everybody for tuning in live, listening to replay. Always appreciate everybody that tunes in live, listens in the replay. This is the vault, episode 614, profits versus paycheck mentality. And so, just want to thank everybody that tunes in live, listen to replay. Appreciate everybody that'll make it to Chicago for the next workshop. Definitely going to be very special. We got Dr. Bay, we got Brent, we got Tiffany, and we have Trust Christian from the Vault. Going to be going over what we didn't get a chance to go over in the what we didn't go over in Atlanta. So definitely excited about this. Looking forward to it and bringing the best content. It is private. We have a family that already connected with us that wanted us to come. So we're just building it out, allowing others to come in like we traditionally do because they've allowed it. So look forward to hearing from you. If you want to reach out, hit the QR code or Christian at trustchristian.com. Once again, it's Christian at trustchristian.com or hit the QR code. So today's episode 614 is profits versus paycheck mentality. This is one of those episodes where people kind of get lost. They say, "Oh, Trust Christian, I'm working hard, man. I haven't seen the profits yet." What, you been working 2 weeks and you ain't seen profits? You been working a month and you ain't seen profits? You been working a year and you haven't seen a profit? So a lot of people, they don't break even. Or a lot of people, they think they breaking even. The paycheck mentality says I have another check coming. A profit mentality means we have an excess amount of cash. We have more than enough. We've paid the bills. Now we have which is called a profit, which is free and clear cash. This is one of those things that we sit in. Once again, we sit around what people call themselves entrepreneurs, but they came from an employee based background. They're not pushing it to the limit. They're not utilizing a profits based mentality. They're utilizing a paycheck mentality, which is I left what I was doing, I'm making just enough, and that's that. People can sit here and say that about the vault, but one thing we can let you know is because we're in the private sector, you're never really going to see the profits. The difference between a paycheck and a profit mentality is the paycheck you're going to see at one point they got a few checks. What the profits, if they're properly reinvested, you won't see them. And you won't see them for a substantial amount of time. One of the best examples that we can give is Jeff Bezos. A lot of people are familiar with the picture of him inside of the office and he's with these computers and all this other stuff, and he looks real nerdy. Now it's interesting, this is a lot of hope for a lot of you all. You would think the richer you get, the better you get looking. The richer you get, the better looking you are. And boy oh boy, have we seen it turn a dirt ball into a beautiful thing, an ugly duckling. Promise you, every single time. Jeff Bezos is more attractive now with money in his hand than he was when he was a nerd. He also has a super yacht. He also has multiple mansions. Because he was willing to forego the paycheck mentality, he actually quit a job on Wall Street. The paycheck mentality. And he said, I'm going to focus on what decision will I regret if I don't do it right now. And this is the reason why we started a project recently, was because you got to get to those points of no return, those points where once again it's a profit mentality, which is what are you going to regret not doing today, or at least not starting to work? Like, you at least got to know what you want. Okay, you know that you want to be a millionaire. Someone said, I want to focus on a family legacy. Okay, when we focus on the family legacy, we got to focus on what does that number look like. That was something that we sat in a room. This is what our mentor told us recently. He said, Trust Christian, do you have your goals written down? Okay, it's not called family legacy. It's called you have it defined. He said, put color to it, Christian. He said, put a date to it, Christian. So let's not talk the talk unless we're going to walk the walk. That's why he's still around. That's why we had to go through team members. But he understands every time I come on the line, I'm committed, baby. I'm showing up. All you need is a man or a woman to show up for their dream. But you got to know what the dream is. He asked us a few weeks back. He said, well, I don't really know what your goals are. He sees the ambition. He sees the excitement. He sees the, oh, I want a family legacy. Because you don't want to know that he sits at dinner with his wife and his children. And he talks to them about business. So when we initially connected and he said, yeah, success in next generation, that's what I really care about for my family. For all the men out there, you not discussing your business with your wife, even if she has a job, is a detriment to you. Why? Because you don't understand that she can help you out. So, mentor told us, he said, Judge Christian, yeah, you got to talk to him at dinner. What do you think he's talking about? You think he's adding color to the dream, adding color to the goal? He's adding color to the goal. He's adding a timeline to the goal, telling the family, we got a timeline that we're looking to execute. Paycheck mentality. Oh, well, we're going to do it if it works. Great. If it don't, we'll quit. Prophet's mentality says, ain't no giving up. Ain't no quitting. If somebody else already done it, somebody else already did it, you can do it. But the question is, did you go to school for economics and heard about this scarcity mentality? Are you operating out of fear? Oh man, if I don't go to work, I'm going to get fired. If I don't go to work, if I don't pay my mortgage, they going to kick me out the house. Or do you have a prophet's mentality, which is, oh no, we'll make it happen. We'll make it happen. We'll figure it out. Prophet's mentality. You do joint ventures. We're doing a joint venture with the Advantage Advisory Group for this particular workshop coming up. You got to do joint ventures. Or do you want all the profit or nothing? Because if you want the profit or nothing, you might as well go get a job and get a paycheck. Because at least at that point, you're going to get a check. It's almost guaranteed if you just show up. Well, with profits, things come up. Expenses come up. So we focused on having excess amounts of cash. So we'll go back to the Bezos example. Bezos, he looked real nerdy before he had multi-millions. Promise you that. And what we remember, a lot of people used to condemn Amazon. Oh, Amazon, this company is not a quality company. That's the street, not Wall Street. Main Street. Main Street said Amazon wasn't going to be anything. Main Street, first of all, Amazon's going to eventually get hit for antitrust if they haven't got hit for antitrust, first of all. Like, this company owns a grocery store, okay? They own the Washington Post, okay? This company owns, they own the delivery service for the grocery store. I mean, it's going to get hit. Do you think they care? No, because they're focused on profits, not on a paycheck. They're not just trying to stay above water. They're over and above water. How does a book company, a nerdy man that says, oh, I'm going to put together this company and we're going to sell books, but we're going to do that at the advent of the internet? Because guess what? People are going to still buy real physical books through the internet. Not only that, we're going to create a proprietary product called whatever it is, Kindle, whatever he has. He still has that product. You can buy the little thing and read the book there, or guess what? You can listen to it. The platform is so smart. If it wasn't a monopoly, they said what? We're not going to have a monopoly. We're going to allow people to upload their products and we're going to take 20 to 30 to 40%. And then we'll go keep outsourcing. We'll go find some people to put the book together for you. And we're going to take another 5 to 10. Matter of fact, we're going to set the platform up to where you don't even have to sell the book. You can give it away for free, and we're gonna give you credits as an Amazon bestseller just off downloads. I mean, it's crazy. That alone is crazy. You know how many people books y'all downloaded and they supposedly an Amazon bestseller? How is it a bestseller? The daggone book's downloadable for free. It's crazy. But do you have a profits mentality or a paycheck mentality? See, the times are gonna get tough. Not even just tough, they're gonna get trying. Times are gonna see how resilient you are. I know you gonna have a vision up front. Jeff Bezos had a vision. Maybe he did have a vision he was going to be the richest man. That's a tall feat to say. You know how many people you got to stand on to say you the richest man publicly? You know what type of vision you have to say you're going to be the richest man or woman publicly? Do you know how much ridicule? You know how many people tease Jeff Bezos? Do you really think people didn't tease him? You think people didn't tell him he wasn't going to make it? You think people didn't slam doors in his face? You think people didn't tell him, oh man, you suck? Your ideas suck? You're not going to make it? Then the prophet mentality comes and he says, appreciate you letting me know that. And I'm still going to pursue my dream. Prophets could be replaced with dream. So a lot of trustees that came recently and they having these issues with focus. Don't get it, but they got these issues with focus. So let's talk about this focus stuff. How you gonna stay focused? First of all, y'all brush your teeth every day in front of the mirror. But do y'all have a dry erase marker written on the mirror what your financial goal is for the month, for the day, for the week, for the quarter, and for the year? So you got day, week, month, quarter, and year. You got 5 goals written on the mirror. You can use a dry erase marker. It comes off. You can use toilet paper. Wipe it off. How many of y'all gonna go get a dry erase marker and write your goals on that mirror every day and look at it? Write it in an affirmation form saying, I am receiving this money. I have this money in my possession. And stand there and take a few seconds to visualize it and how it feels. That's what Trust Christian does. But y'all finally want to hear this because y'all ain't been in the mansion. So, I ain't been in the Trust Christian Devote mansion. So I gotta find out what they doing to stay focused over there. And this is a secret. It ain't no secret. Because we know the mentors already told us 3% of the population write their goals down. You be like, no way. But are you a part of that 3%? So let's continue. You got the goals on the back of your mirror. On the back of your mirror, you got them on the mirror. Then you got them on the back of your door as soon as you leave out the bathroom. You can leave out the bedroom, leave out the bathroom, put them on the back of the door, write them on paper. Uh, uh, okay. Somebody typed into the chat said they going to the store now to go get that pen. Oh yeah, we definitely. And you'll be surprised. It's all about what your mind recognizes, first of all. And standing in front of the mirror and seeing yourself and saying to yourself that you're worth a certain amount of money should feel pretty good in the first place. You're looking at the most important person and you got to love that person. You got to appreciate that person. You got to let that person know that this is the one that's going to get the job done no matter what. So then you don't blame anybody when it doesn't happen. You just look in the mirror and say, we got to get back to work today. We got to get back to work today, self. So you put it on the back of the bathroom, put it on the mirror. You can get a piece of paper, stick it on the back of the bathroom. These are areas that you frequent, so we put them up in places that you frequent. Think about how many times you go to the bathroom in your house, whether it's on Friday, Saturday, Sunday, or think about this. Think about when you are leaving out the door of your house. See, a lot of people are not going to put their values on the back of their door because they got visitors and family members that don't agree with them and aren't in alignment with them. Because if you put on the back of your door, you're focused on being financially independent, financially free, or independently wealthy. That's not a lot of your friends and family's goals and dreams. You got to be okay with them laughing at you for a quick second. You got to be okay with the fact that you might not invite them over because they might make a joke at it. So let's continue talking about it. So you got it on the back of your door when you leave out the house. What do you have written on the back of your door when you leave out the house? Where the peepholes at? Do you have on there your goals once again? when you're going out to tackle the world? See, it says mentality, but we talk about mental health. How you gonna how you gonna have a proper mindset in business, in trusteeship? The trust is supposed to make a profit, not just make a paycheck, so it can pay for the assets. See, people come to these workshops, they say, "Oh, Trust Christian, how'd you get around these billionaires?" We were looking at this trip. It's coming up in January. It's for about 3 or 4 days. A lot of the times, you'll see a lot of wealthy people go to these trips for chefs. So, Trust Christian doesn't like no daggone raw food like that. That's just being real. Y'all got to get real with yourself. It ain't about no raw food. It's about the fact that we know wealthy people, successful people, financially can afford to be there. Period. The trip costs $2,200 minimum a night. You think who you think can afford that? $2,200 a night. So what do? You start searching for things like that. We told y'all about a daggone financial conference that cost $2,000. We talking to y'all about, oh, how do you get around the wealthy people, the billionaires, Trust Christian, so I can get my deals funded, so I can hobnob and rub shoulders with wealthy people. Well, there are chefs, top flight chefs. So you have top flight chefs, and they hold different like culinary events. A lot of people don't want to play golf. You can meet a lot of people at the driving range, at the golf course. Profits mentality. Your hobbies will be dictated by the profits. Why you think people that get paychecks watch low barrier to entry sports? Low barrier to entry. Oh man, if I get a football, I'll be good. If I get a basketball, I'll be good. Let's go to the more profit-based sports. You gotta have some real money to play golf. Oh, here's the next sport. We're gonna talk about the next sport. Everybody think, oh man, I'm gonna just get me a pickleball and I'm gonna play pickleball. Who you think's playing pickleball? Broke people? Cause the board's less than $50. The paddle is less than $50. It's more than $20 a good paddle. It's a sport that you get to bring your own paddle to the game. So people might customize their paddle. Their paddle might be $50, $30 plus. So you sitting out there with the generic pickleball paddle and everybody else out there with a high-end paddle playing pickleball now. So the thing about, we're gonna get the pickleball, because that people think, oh man, you're gonna find the most wealthiest out there playing pickleball. No, you're not. It's a middle class sport. We're gonna go ahead and set y'all straight. That's a middle class sport. You wanna know what's a elite class wealthy sport? We actually looked at it the other day. Oh man, what is it called? I think it's called Panat. So it's crazy. This how you know you're making some money. They want to sit here and play games with Trust Christian though. Oh man, I'm gonna go play basketball. I'm gonna go play pickleball. Man, ain't no wealthy people playing pickleball. Trust Christian ain't about to be running around doing lateral movements, because people that really got some money ain't doing lateral movements. They not doing lateral movements. They're doing the basics. They doing a quick swing, get in the golf cart, and go to the next hole. You heard it? First of all, you can learn how to play golf for less than $2,000. So the same amount of money that you're gonna put up towards towards doing that, we're gonna find it here in a second. Just give us a second, ladies and gentlemen. Pantecue. Oh, Trust Christian, I never heard of that game. We're gonna type it in the chat so y'all can see what wealthy people are playing at the culinary events. Oh man. But I'm gonna go play pickleball. It's like playing basketball. Please. We ain't playing no daggone basketball. We ain't playing no flag football. We ain't kickballing it. Kickball? Y'all think wealthy people play kickball? Like when we talk about what was the other sport we know that whether it's polo, it ain't polo, croquet. Croquet is a profits based sport. Country club sports. Profits come to the country club goer. But somebody wants to sit here and say, oh man, I want to focus on being financially well off. I want to be wealthy. I want to have it. You got to write your goals down. You got to get them on the back of the doors before you leave out the house. You'll see a lot of these athletes, these athletic teams, they got a war sign on the door before they leave out. Come back to win only, victory. What do you have as your rallying cry? Most don't have on the back of their door that they're focused on freedom. Most of them aren't focused on profits. See, y'all think Trust Christian don't go through it. Oh man, Trust Christian, I get up some days and I'm not feeling it, Trust Christian. I get up some days and I'm not feeling it. So we'll go ahead and read to y'all what's right on the wall, right in front of us right now as we do the podcast talking to you. Here you go. Y'all ready? A professional is someone who can do his best work when he doesn't feel like it. Alistair Cook, Cooke. See how we surrounded ourselves around successful people? A professional is someone who can do his best work when he doesn't feel like it. Y'all think that athletes or other successful people don't feel like it some days? Yeah. But can you do your best work? Can you stay in the hunt? Can you stay studying? Can you stay grinding? This is what we hear when we hear a lot of entrepreneurs or people that are in the business space. They tell you that it's a lot of pain come associated with being successful. It's not the pain of really failing, it's more of the pain of being successful. You think about it, oh man, Trust Christian, man, it's hard to let some days I get up, it's a little hard. You think it's gonna be hard with the money by yourself? When you and your wife got the money, y'all got hundreds of thousands, you got millions of dollars. Unless you surround yourself with friends and family or people that understand what you talk about, it gets lonely at the top. It's lonely when you got a lot of money. Oh man. And sure, you can buy some friends now. Don't think you can't. But once again, I work so hard. I got the money, Christian. I got the money, Trust Christian. But now I can't trust nobody. I gotta figure it out. I'm lonely. Where am I gonna go? You go play Pantecue. You go to the culinary events. You go resorts. Stay where the golf resort is at when you're traveling. That's the profits-based mentality. The profit-based mentality is it's a grooming. You gotta groom yourself. If you don't come from a profit-based mentality, you gotta groom yourself. This ain't nobody say this was gonna be easy. Oh man, Trust Christian, what you mean, man? I gotta go through it, man. I'm going through it. I got family, man. They over here getting on me. They talking about me. What am I going to do? You gotta look in the mirror, and you gotta look at those goals, and you gotta find out if that man or that woman in the mirror is worth it. Because if they're worth it, nothing else matters. And yes, some days it's going to feel like, oh man, it's a little challenging. Well, if it was easy, we wouldn't be down here for anything. We're on planet Earth to do something. What about your profits, though? Are you here to have just enough? Or are you here to have more than enough? Are you here to have just enough? Or are you here to have excess? At one point, they used to say America was the most obese country in the world. If it's the most obese country in the world, these people are eating their profits. You hear that? They're eating their profits. See, what Bezos did, he reinvested the profits into the main thing, which was the company, into people development. Everybody knows this company has grown over the past 10 to 15 to 20 years because they put the money back into the company and into their people. They reinvested the profits. They didn't have a paycheck mentality, which is they going to eat their seed to grow the field. They talk about, oh, pay yourself first. Y'all heard that silly line before. Pay yourself first, Trust Christian. You got to pay yourself first. Y'all heard that silliness. Bezos didn't do that. How did Bezos didn't do that. Hasn't done that. His companies are on the verge of going under every other year. These companies are on the verge of going under every other year. Why? Because they understand that they are making a profit, but they're reinvesting the profits. Y'all don't even know they reinvest in the profits for tax purposes, let alone for success purposes. That's so hard. Trust Christian Revolt. Can a man catch a break? Wait, man, we were sitting around one of the mentors. He said his family never went on a family vacation. He said he could only remember two childhood vacations. What do you mean? Trust Christian, what you mean? I didn't have a vacation when I was a kid. I gotta make sure I get a vacation now. Bezos didn't go on a vacation, but he's got a super yacht. Look at Bezos. Do y'all really think Jeff Bezos looks like a nerd? Jeff Bezos looks like a man that's never been poor and never been a nerd. He's still a nerd. It's just, guess what? That money made him look better. The profits made him look better. Your profits are going to look better. If you just take care of your health while you're focused on building your wealth, you look like Bezos. See, Bezos wasn't giving his money out to BS. He just stayed healthy. He's healthy. And now he's wealthy. Simple as that. Are you staying healthy so you can focus on your profits? Are you reinvesting back into the company? Are you reinvesting back into your health? Or are you investing into the Friday night fight? Are you investing into the what's that? The pay what's that stuff they just had? They had a fight come on. What's that pay-per-view? You investing in seeing other people become successful. I'll give you a clue. The mentors said trust Christian. Wealthy people don't have TVs. We have libraries. Oh, okay. Trust Christian. We got a library and multiple properties. It's that simple. What do you need a TV for? Your TV's dang near your cell phone. You can look at things on your cell phone. Then one of the mentors said, oh, trust Christian, you gotta get rid of the smartphone so you can become extra wealthy. Looking at him like, what you mean? We in 21st century. We got, how do you stay in tune? Trust Christian, you get an executive assistant. You hear how wealthy people talk? Profits. You put yourself in a position where you got to reinvest the money to make the company better, to help you become better. Paycheck mentality says, I'm not going to invest in these health devices. One of these things is there's a thing called an Oris ring and a neuro Apollo Neuro, and there's another one, the Whoop. So we'll put all three of those products. We don't make money from those products. Of course, they can be defective. Um, and of course, these things happen. But one thing we will say is that investing in devices for your health. You gotta invest in devices for your health so you can stay on top of various different uh, uh, situations that go on with your body. So we're gonna pull up one that we like a lot. Um, and once again, you all can, some of these devices. Some people say, "Oh man, that device costs some money right there." Yeah, but then it also keeps you. It actually some of the devices that we like, they actually keep you up to date on your sleeping patterns. We're just gonna put two that we know are like we like over at the vault. Um, so y'all got various different tools that you can use, and a lot of these things, ladies and gentlemen, are things that can really help you out maintaining and monitoring your health. How you gonna get wealthy if you're not maintaining and monitoring your health and your wealth? A lot of people not maintaining their health. How you gonna maintain your health? Simple as that. Hopefully, we're looking to put out the link in here for y'all. Just give us a second here, ladies and gentlemen. We're doing our best to put it in the chat so y'all could see. There's a few different tools that y'all could use or whatever that we like over at the vault that we have and we utilize. And in turn, these are products that you all can use for your health. Because if your health is at a decent place, and utilizing these type of tools like for your sleep, for your stress levels. A lot of people talk, oh, I'm so stressed out. Yeah, okay. Well, what happens when you have a device that lets you know that you're stressed out or you're getting close to a consistent stress level that you usually end up shutting down at? The device is smart. Yeah, I got a smartphone, but then y'all don't have a smart device for your health. How's that good? So, okay, you get the smart device for your health. It tells you up, you're getting close to your stress levels. Now you get a sensor that says, "Uh-oh, man, you know what? I am feeling that way. I need to figure out something else to do right now instead of getting more tired or more peed off about something not going your way." Profits reinvest the money. Paycheck mentality says we about to spend it. Y'all gotta check y'all speech patterns. Wealthy people don't think about spending money. They think about investing it. So once again, if you focused on investing the money, you're gonna invest the money. You're gonna you're gonna reinvest the money. Are y'all reinvesting the money into your health? Are you reinvesting the money into your wealth? Are y'all reaching out for a consultation? Man, I don't know if I could spend that type of money. Right, because you're spending the money instead of focused on investing it. It's an investment. Coming to the call prepared. We got trustees want to be hard head. Oh man, I'm gonna do it on my cell phone and then make a mistake and then go sit here and wonder how it got messed up because you didn't follow directions. That's why. It's simple, ladies and gentlemen. If y'all only knew, we could do an episode about wealth building, and if y'all only knew, if y'all just listen to this one episode right here and focused on reinvesting in your health and in your business, you should never be without. Because if you focused on your health, your mental gonna be right. Not just your physical body, but your mental. When we talk about this mental health era age, oh, it's mental health, it's mental health. Well, what goes into the mental health? You think it's just talking to somebody about your problems, or it's setting goals and going after them vigorously, tenaciously? Simple as that. Are you going to reinvest the money knowing that there's a vision in sight? Or are you just saying, we're going to spend the money, honey? Because what they got this one book, Die with Zero. Think about the poverty mentality they got floating around in the universe right now. Oh, die with zero. This guy's supposedly a best-selling author. Die with zero. Is that the mentality y'all wanted? People buying the book for that BS. $18. Let's go see how much this BS costs on the internet. This is a joke. What is this guy selling his book for? They got, oh man, I'm the best-selling author. You're the best-selling author telling people to die with zero. The book's $11. It's a $41 hardcover book for somebody to tell you that you should die with zero. Get all you can from your money and your life. Die with zero. And this guy's selling his book for $41. So we sat in front of somebody today because we were talking about a foundation. And they said, man, what's the point of working this hard? And you're going to end up leaving the money to somebody else. But the funny part about it is most people that are Americans, like truly born in America, and their family has been in the country for multiple generations, they've benefited from previous generations making not just financial sacrifices, but labor sacrifices, meaning that their family would go to work in conditions that they wouldn't necessarily go to right now. So even though it was harder to work in those times, right now you're benefiting from someone else's sacrifice. So the prophet's mentality says, yeah, we are going to make a lot of money in our life. We're also going to give a lot of money away. We're going to give a lot of money away. Most of our money's not even going to go to us. It's going to go to other people. If y'all can, who listening right now can, whether y'all want to say it is what it is, can you spend $100? Can you spend, $100 million? Alrighty, appreciate everybody's patience. So, if y'all listening, we want to see who listening right now. This is $100 million. Can you spend literally $100 million in your life? If you're gonna make what we call wealthy, y'all know what wealthy is. We talking over $30 million now. If you're gonna make more than $30 million, and most people can't even spend $100 million, if you make a certain amount of money, most of the money is going to be given away to other people. There are previous generations that have made sacrifices for you to get education, for you to live where you want to live. So why not make it better for the next generation? That's the reality, ladies and gentlemen. Why not make it better for the next generation? That's a prophet's mentality. Some people say they get weary in well doing. Oh man, trust Christian, my kids, they not really participating right now in the trustee training. And it's hard because I don't see the light at the end of the tunnel. And the light at the end of the tunnel should be knowing that you didn't leave your children. Like we have trustees come into the program all the time where they got children fighting over property because their family didn't leave it in the proper position. They left it in the probate position. That's the least you could do. Get the property out your name this week. It's a title. It's a title. You have the name of the property in your name. That's it. So you're willing to leave your children in probate court with some lawyer taking an additional 10 to 20% because you got weary and well doing. Instead of not getting weary and well doing and just doing well. Just focused on doing the best you could do. Hey, look, you know what? Trust Christian involved. We're gonna focus on taking one step every single day, making sure that we got the property in the right position for our children. That's the least you could do. So you leaving your children in the next generation in the right position. We sitting in front of a trustee today. He said, so how am I going to leave my kids the money? Well, you do like Warren Buffett does. You leave it to them in a charity. You leave it to them in trusteeship. But they recovering from an ownership mentality. That's the question, ladies and gentlemen. Are you recovering? Appreciate everybody for tuning in live, listen, replay. Always appreciate everybody who tunes in live, listen, and replay. This is one of those episodes. You can get a lot of value out of it. Because the focus is to do what you know you're supposed to do. A lot of y'all got dreams in you. We hear it all the time. But it's emotional. It's an emotional barrier you got to get over. Just putting one step in front of each other every day and staying focused. Doing something every single day and increasing it every single day. Getting better than your yesterday. Are you better than your yesterday? See, the paycheck mentality says, oh, after the first 90 days, we learned it all. We're good. Or do you have the prophet's mentality, which is, how can we get better and improve? Trust Christian Vault, we already went to the wealthy conferences. Okay, now we got to get into the wealthy sports. You got to get into the wealthy sports. You got to play golf. You got to play what is that? Penacue. You got to play croquet. Um, there's a few of them, man. There's a few. Shuffleboard. Been on a cruise already with wealthy people, man. They over here playing shuffleboard, man. They ain't got no football and basketball on the cruise. So the profits mentality says we're going to take the profits. We're going to go on a site visit or a family retreat. You hear that? Instead of going on a vacation. That's the difference, ladies and gentlemen. We were sitting in front of a trustee earlier today. Trustee said, well, it's something about getting the money back. Because you got a paycheck mentality. The profits mentality says you're making everything a business expense. You hear that? When you're focused on profits, you're focused on making everything a business expense. Not, oh man, how's it going to pay for my personal? Well, if you turn it into a business expense, that's how you do it. Paycheck versus profits, profits versus paycheck mentality. We did our best to give you as much value as we can, or some value in this episode. We look forward from Edonis to send us some feedback. Christian at trustchristian.com. Some of your goals, the ones that you put up on the mirror, and the one on the back of your door. Y'all don't even want to know, ladies and gentlemen. We got mentors. They were so aggressive. They were so hungry. They slept next to their goals on a piece of paper. They had pictures sleeping next to them. No one wants to hear that, though. No one wants to hear that. That's how far you got to go, Trust Christian. What do you mean? We hear trustees all the time telling us, people tell us all the time, Trust Christian is so hard. It's so hard. If it's so hard, how do you make it easy on yourself? You got to surround yourself with your dream. You got to surround yourself with your goals. You got to surround yourself with the numbers. You got to be okay with being laughed at. You got to be okay with being ridiculed. We in this, oh man, it's cyberbullying, Trust Christian. It's cyberbullying. It's cyberbullying, but your family will bully you too. What, you gonna quit your family? You can't even quit your family dang near. They worried about cyberbullies on the internet instead of talking about their family members that don't even want to come to a family business meeting with them and sit there and add value. Let's get real. This is a different generation. Cyberbullying. Instead of focusing on the main thing, themselves, their goals, their dreams. They're focused on what another man's saying about them. They're focused on what another girl's saying about them over the internet. Well, we look forward to hearing from all you all with your amazing results. We look forward to seeing you all at the actual workshop. Christian at trustchristian.com is the email to register. The QR code's on the screen. Use Google Lens to overlook on it and actually get to the page. Profits versus paycheck mentality. We did this episode because one of the trustees asked us to do it. Because they used to have a job. And they still apply sometimes job mentality to their business. And guess what? That's not going to work. Bezos did it. Are you? Elon did it. Are you? These are big names that we know. But we could tell you most things, even if you don't know them. The ones that have the lifestyle that most people want, all they did was reinvest the money back into the company for a significant amount of time. They didn't eat their seeds. Appreciate you all. Peace and joy.